This KFAN podcast is sponsored by Builders and Remodelers, exclusive Twin Cities provider of Elements Windows. Get the highest quality windows at unmatchable value. Visit buildersandremodelers.com for more details.
This podcast is sponsored by Talkspace. May is Mental Health Awareness Month, and Talkspace, the leading virtual therapy provider, is telling everyone, let's face it in therapy. By talking or texting with a supportive, licensed therapist at Talkspace, you can face whatever is holding you back, whether it's mental health symptoms, relationship drama, past trauma, bad habits, or another challenge that you need support to work through. It's easy to sign up. Just go to Talkspace.com and you'll be paired with a provider, typically within 48 hours. And because you'll meet your therapist online, you don't have to take time off work or arrange childcare. You'll meet on your schedule. Plus, Talkspace is in-network with most major insurers, and most insured members have a $0 copay. Make your mental health a priority and start today. If you're not covered by insurance, get $80 off your first month with Talkspace when you go to Talkspace.com and enter promo code SPACE80. That's SPACE80. To match with a licensed therapist today, go to Talkspace.com and enter promo code SPACE80.
Yeah. Power Trip Morning Show, here we are. It's 8:07 already. And we're live, I believe, at KFAN.com. Hi, Nick.
Oh.
Is he back there?
Nicholas.
Nick.
Is Nicholas
Maybe he's not back there. I don't know.
No.
Oh.
Is he doing it today?
I don't know. Maybe he's doing it remotely.
He could be.
They can do that.
Yeah, they
I
can.
don't know.
I just don't know. But I know people like to look at us as we do radio. Because we look strange.
We do?
Perfect time. Everybody wants to be on air this time in the morning, right?
Oh, la, 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 la.
It doesn't look like we're on.
Yeah, we are. I'm looking at us right now.
Oh.
There we are. There's Carly and there's Marco.
Hey.
There's Sasso and there's Coro on the big screen. Hi, guys.
Hi.
Hi, Corliss.
Hello.
Hi, Paul.
Y'all are pissed off.
Looking for where can I read?
Why are we
There
mad?
we are. No, that's Helen.
We're pissed because of the Wolves lost.
I mean,
There's
That was
no
a bummer.
post I can repost though that we're on.
It's
that's 'cause
okay.
It's
Zach's
okay,
dead.
baby. Take a deep breath.
Zach's
all right.
riding the Star Wars ride.
Yeah.
It's so
For the
cool.
700th time.
Like over and over and over, like super cool. It's kind of mind blowing the first time. Yeah,
pretty overwhelming.
yeah.
From a sensory perspective.
Yes, I was not ready for what happened.
And baby Donaldson and baby Lambert 5 years from now will be on Star Wars Rise of the Resistance.
And then they get
sweet.
and they'll get to take a ride on the Millennium Falcon.
And they get to take a ride on the Reading.
See, we learned.
Yes,
It's the Reading.
we've learned that. I see the trucks with that every now and then on the back.
It's time for Fan 5 on the Power Trip, presented by Builders and Remodelers.
Thank you.
Thanks, builders and
Thank you.
remodelers. What do? They build and remodel?
You think they don't?
That's a pretty clever name for somebody that builds and remodels.
Amen, brother.
Straightforward.
Yeah, very to the point. I love it. Love the honesty. All right, the Wolves led by 4 at halftime. Very frustrating game. You could have definitely argued they should have been up by more than 4
Yes.
because they were defensively locked in the first half. You shut down a high-powered OKC offense, and then the floodgates opened in the second half. They outscored us 70-40 in half number 2. The bench for the Timberwolves could not hit the broadside of a barn,
Nope.
which is a fun phrase.
Great
Outside of a bar.
great phrase.
Right. They really couldn't. Nas Reed was terrible. Dante was mostly terrible. Nikhil Alexander-Walker playing against his cousin was mostly terrible. That's all 3 of our bench guys. They even put Jalen Clark in there for a second or two. Like, Finch only plays 8. But I think our bench was so bad, and they kept saying on the broadcast that Jalen Clark had some good luck against SGA in the regular season, so they're like, let's put Clark defensively out there. That didn't really work either.
No.
Gobert was bad. Conley didn't do much. McDaniels was inconsistent. So you look at the lineup, you go, who had a good game? Well, Randall had an unbelievable first half.
He was great.
Pretty quiet in the second half. Ant wasn't good really at any point. So we had maybe one good half of one player.
Yeah.
Right. Randall for the first half was A+. Everybody else struggled or maybe had a minute or two of brilliance and then 46 minutes of garbage. Just, we said this, and this is almost any team when they get to the Western Conference Finals or Eastern Conference Finals. If you don't play your best, by definition, you're probably playing a team that's very, very, very good. The wiggle room is very small. Right, you had a lot of wiggle room against the Lakers, a lot of wiggle room against the Steph-less Warrior squad. There's just no room for error against OKC, and we saw that even in the first half. Dumb turnovers, careless play, bad threes, and you could have been up by 15, but you were only up 4 because you were careless. And that matters. You have to build a big lead, especially on the road, and they didn't. And then all of the errors started adding up in the second half. They had that 10-0 run where the Thunder took the lead, and then they never gave it back. F- performance overall, except for Randall in the first half. Got to bounce back, and we need so much more from almost everybody, especially Ant, but that bench just sucked. So tomorrow night, Game 2 in OKC at 7:30 again.
Yeah. Go ahead.
No, I was just going to say, I think they're hustling. Just my opinion. They're hustling them. They're just saying, put your guard down, and next game, totally different story.
Oh, it better be.
I believe in them.
Yeah. It's tough because we saw last year when the Wolves played Denver and you saw a team that was built to beat Denver. This team is a little bit assembled to beat the Wolves. They have a lot of bigs. They have a lot of guys that play well against, the team that we have, and they thrive off turning the ball over. The second anyone puts their back to the basket, they go after the ball, and they pickpocket, and that's how they get their run going, and that's how they play downhill. And they said in the second half, we're going to guard Randall, and we're going to see if anybody else can beat us, and nobody stepped up to the challenge, and they smothered Randall out of the game, and nobody else played. Ant was basically a no-show after he got hurt, and he can't be. He's got to go to the basket. I think the stat was on ESPN that was basically like his average length of shot was like 24 feet from the basket. You got to go to the basket. You can complain all you want that all SGA does is go to the basket and get the whistle, but he goes to the basket. Go to the basket.
They said on SportsCenter that the average distance for Anthony was the 24.5 or 25.5 that you just mentioned. That was the longest in any game in his entire career.
Yeah, go to the rim.
Oh,
Button bar.
Whoa.
Here's Ant on what they did differently.
Yeah, I mean, hard to process because he's right. It was different. It was different every time. I mean, heavy in the gaps. Sometimes trap the ball screen, sometimes don't. Sometimes just run and jump. It's kind of similar to like AAU. They remind me of like an AAU defensive team. Just run and jump, fly around. So it's pretty good. Good to get it out of our system in game 1. So we'll be ready for game 2. We should be ready.
That works when you play a Warriors team where you're not ready and you get beat badly in the first game and then they lose Steph Curry. That works against a Lakers team that has no depth behind this. As Corey said, that whole series, they have 3.5 good players. That doesn't work against this team. You can't come to the podium and go, well, we're glad that's over with. No, because it's going to be an avalanche that's going to come at you if you can't figure this thing out quickly. They've yet to bring their A game in the playoffs, and you hope that they find this switch that they can turn on. But if they don't, this series will be over by Monday.
Thank you for your honesty.
I'm just being honest.
OKC in 3?
Yeah. 3 more games.
I see what you did there.
Thank you. Appreciate you. Appreciate you being kind to me.
Heartbreak.
You have kind eyes today.
Thank you.
Sorry, you almost pooped yourself.
So close.
God, that would have been if you had pooped yourself.
I would have led with that at 5:30 ahead of the Wolves.
You had to.
Well, it would have only been 4 hours in the rearview mirror. It would have been like, wait till you hear what happened to me 4 hours ago.
Apartments.com.
Could we have called Angie? Like, would you have let us call Angie?
She would have been 3 houses over at that point.
She'd still be in the shower.
Ugh. God, I think I would have been too.
That would have been so good.
Heartbreak for the Frost last night as well. The Frost lost in overtime in game 1 of the series against the Ottawa Charge. Game 2 tomorrow. And then game 3 in St. Paul on Saturday. 4 o'clock.
No big deal, girls. On to the next.
Overtime, though. Heartbreak.
Yeah. Tough one. Oh, well. Moving on.
The Minnesota Lynx tonight host the Dallas Wings in Paige Becker's. The Lynx are 2-0. Paige and the Wings are 0-2. The Lynx are 11-point favorites.
Good luck, Marnes. Here's Cheryl Reeve on home openers.
I always enjoy home openers for sure. And it's just number 16 for me. So I always walk out the first time, excited to be back, with just the vibe in the arena and with our fans. And it's not lost on me, the importance, the role that they've played in our success. And so that's my first time and that I always kind of pause. I generally don't look up and out, but that's one time that I actually do.
I get the email from the Lynx PR before every game.
Yeah.
From our friend Kate. And it says, Minnesota Lynx game status report. Alana Smith probable with a quad injury. Our friend Kayla McBride out, not with the team, personal reasons.
Oh, no.
Hasn't played yet.
Ooh.
What's going on with Kayla? I hope she's okay.
Yeah, I hope everything's all right there in the McBride world.
Yeah. Whatever it is. Hope she's all right.
Yeah. If Marnes wasn't at the bar, she could call us.
Don't like hearing those kind of things, Marnes. I need to talk to you.
Wait, she passed out at the bar?
Yeah, she always does. Oh. It's a pregame ritual.
Yeah, way to go, Marnes.
I mean, I didn't do that either.
No, I know.
Yeah, me neither.
Marnie. Tonight is game one of a couple of series. The Eastern Conference Finals in the NBA. The Pacers are at the New York Knicks at 7 o'clock. The Knicks are 4.5-point favorites on DraftKings. The money line is minus 180 for the Knicks, plus 150 for the Indiana Pacers. Then in the NHL, the Oilers are at the Stars at 7 o'clock. That is game one of the Western Conference Finals. Again, no team from Canada has won maybe ever the Stanley Cup, but it feels like about 30 years.
There's, there was a few before the last drought that they've been going through, and the Western Conference, I'm really, really looking forward to this one. As much as we were looking, we couldn't wait to see if Carolina could finally match up against Florida, and yet to be seen, because yet again, it is only one game. But this one's going to be fun. There's going to be goals scored. That's for sure with Edmonton. You're going to have to score against Edmonton because you can't shut down Connor McDavid and Draisaitl. You can for a little bit, but at some point they will break for you. They're gonna score goals, and especially their depth is scoring goals. They've just up and down their lineup. Different guys have stepped up from the old man, Corey Perry and Connor Brown, and Draisaitl. There's just been up and down the lineup. They've had guys step up for them. So it's going to be a fun one. It's a high flying. It's going to be fast because again, McJesus is in this series.
Oh, is that a breakfast sandwich?
Well said.
Thank you for your honesty.
I do my best.
The Twins will play about a game and a half today because they are going to play the suspended game from Monday around 12:10.
Because the Wolves played about a half a game last
Yeah, correct.
See what I did?
Well said.
They're saving it. They're saving it.
Gabba gabba.
And then 30 minutes after that game ends, then the regularly scheduled Wednesday game will take place. The game that got technically rained out last night will be moved to a September 20th doubleheader. So
Hawk and I
Now
are
back to
going.
our regularly scheduled program.
Right, Hawk? We're going.
Yeah, we're going somewhere.
No, we're going to that doubleheader in
Here's what I said.
September.
Where?
Here.
Yeah. Here's what I said.
It'll be football season. No one will care about baseball then.
How dare you?
I mean, it's true.
I totally forgot I also made that bet with you, the over-under 84.5. There's like 5 of us that have $100 on the Twins hitting the over.
And we're looking pretty good.
Looking really good.
Well, I thought I was going to cash it in about June when they were 7-15. They'll come back down to earth. They're banged up, man. But, yeah, good for them. They won, 13 straight? Mm-hmm. Almost tied it on that. Almost made it to 14 on the...
Tied down.
Yeah. Whose is it?
Apparently we're not on the stream.
Yeah, I said that. You ripped me.
Well, I'm looking at it right now, sweetie.
It's also fair for Chris to assume you're wrong.
Yeah, thank you for that, Corey. And
based on track record.
I hate saying this, but well played.
Yeah.
I can't argue that one.
Yep. For example, Chris said we're on. You said we're not.
Right.
Take a wild guess who I thought was going to be right.
Correct.
I bet I would have bet all my money on Chris. It sounds like I would have been wrong, but I would have had my money on Chris.
I don't blame you.
Yep.
Did Mr. Madden pass away?
I sure hope not, because I like that kid.
Yeah.
Oh, John Madden's deader than hell.
How about Nick Cage playing John Madden?
Yeah, it doesn't look like him.
Are you out of your mind? Looks just like him.
It looks like Nick Cage with a wig.
I haven't seen
that's
that.
what Nick Madden looked like.
Yeah.
That's one of the dumbest things the internet does is Nick Cage is unrecognizable as John Madden. Then you look at it, you go, that is clearly Nicolas Cage wearing a wig.
What?
With a little bit of makeup.
I mean,
that's it?
Yeah. That just looks like Nick Cage on Halloween.
That looks like
what does that look exactly like?
That looks like Longlegs gained weight.
What else does that look exactly like?
That looks like a lunch Lady Hawk would sleep with.
What else does that picture of Nicolas Cage as John Madden look exactly like?
Grimace after he stopped eating McDonald's.
And that was Meat Sauce with What Else Is It Exactly Like?
Grimace after he stopped eating McDonald's?
Yeah, it wasn't good, but I couldn't think of a third one, so I just went with my old standby.
Grimace got fired, and
he
had to cut down on salt.
This movie is going to be terrible.
How dare you?
It just is.
Now, why?
I don't know. Is it about the video game?
I don't know. I didn't write the script.
Why are you mad at me?
Because you don't like John Madden.
I love John Madden.
Doesn't sound like it.
That's not going to be good.
Neither is your cholesterol.
Actually, I think it's actually pretty good. Surprisingly.
For now.
No, it's not. No chance.
Yes, my blood pressure is also outstanding.
Yeah, well, your blood is the consistency of mayonnaise, so there's no chance.
Uh-oh.
Well,
that's not good.
I don't have a comeback. That won't
You
get me
have
fired.
what?
A comeback.
Oh.
Well, around.
Gross.
Yeah, you're gross.
You're gross. You sleep with my dad.
Oh, that's mean.
Yeah, but you seem proud.
Not one bit.
Do you guys think this show's good?
Me? No.
I'm entertained just sitting here and listening.
Very entertaining.
Thanks, Carly.
Yeah.
900 years.
I was thinking about the last Nick Cage movie I
Corey,
saw.
I feel like I get front row seat to a train wreck every Wednesday and Friday morning.
Yeah. I think it's a masterpiece.
And I
Tommy.
get to laugh at it. I get to laugh at it, too. That's the most important part.
Hey, Dammy.
There's that. All right, we'll do
You
headlines.
guys are
when we come
really
back.
good at your job.
Man, we got headlines,
Really good.
All kinds of good stuff coming up on headlines.
Yep. The Wolves lost to the Oklahoma City Thunder. If you went to bed early, you missed nothing because the second half was disgusting. More of the Power Trip Morning Show after this on the Fan. And by the way,
to bed early, you would have pooped yourself for sure.
Well, that is a good point. I might have.
Yeah.
We'll never know. Also, PA broadcasting live from the owners' meeting after this.
How weird, right, that the owners' meeting is here. I bet they love the weather. Welcome, everybody.
Yep. Jerry Jones is in town.
Cherry Jones?
Cherry
The stripper?
Jones. Yeah. She was down at the New Amsterdam.
Wow.
And Cherry Jones struck up a conversation.
Cherry?
Yeah.
Cherry.
No, Cherry with a CH.
Oh, I'm sorry.
God, you're dumb. Why would it be Sherry Jones,
Come
you idiot?
on. Sherry Jones won't come around here no more.
Take a deep breath. Thanks, Tom Petty.
Headlines next on this terrible, terrible, terrible radio show. This is the Power Trip Morning Show on the Fan.
This podcast is sponsored by Talkspace. May is Mental Health Awareness Month, and Talkspace, the leading virtual therapy provider, is telling everyone, let's face it in therapy. By talking or texting with a supportive, licensed therapist at Talkspace, you can face whatever is holding you back, whether it's mental health symptoms, relationship drama, past trauma, bad habits, or another challenge that you need support to work through. It's easy to sign up. Just go to Talkspace.com and you'll be paired with a provider, typically within 48 hours. And because you'll meet your therapist online, you don't have to take time off work or arrange childcare. You'll meet on your schedule. Plus, Talkspace is in-network with most major insurers, and most insured members have a $0 copay. Make your mental health a priority and start today. If you're not covered by insurance, get $80 off your first month with Talkspace when you go to Talkspace.com and enter promo code SPACE80. That's SPACE80. To match with a licensed therapist today, go to Talkspace.com and enter promo code SPACE80.
That's right. That's right. Plays that guitar like a ring in a bell. Bum-ba-dee-ba-dee-ba-dee-dee. Go to Key West. That's all. It's beautiful.
Never been.
Same. Never been.
Oh, it's awesome. I don't know that you would like it, Corey, because it's technically outside.
Oh, God. I didn't know that. Gross.
But the rest of you, I think you would like it.
They have casinos in Key West?
They do not.
Damn it.
And
did you look?
There's sharks.
Well, I'm not going to the
There
water.
are definitely sharks. Definitely
Sharks in there.
Definitely.
Have you seen them?
I've not seen them. I've not, but they do have manatees. Ooh. I said hi 4 times before I realized it wasn't sauce.
Oh, okay.
All right, I'm just kidding, guy.
Not
I'm trying to do comedy on a comedy show here, okay?
This is a sports show.
Oh, yeah, people make that mistake all the time.
Yeah.
Oh, well. Key West, man. That's where Hemingway used to go. I love it, man. Hemingway. I love Popeye. I love it. The Old Man in the Sea, right?
You love Popeye?
I love Popeye as well.
Yeah.
Juan's Ponce de Leon mapped the Florida Keys in 1513. Wow. He's still there.
How?
How? He lived a long time. He found the Fountain of Youth.
How many explorers can most people name? Maybe 2 or 3 at the most.
Clark and Gable.
Yep,
Clark and Gable.
I mean,
yep, Clark and Gable. He's got it. Just, let him roll.
Yep, Clark Griswold and Stan Gable.
That's
Clark
right.
Griswold from National Lampoon's Christmas Vacation.
That's right.
Stan Gable from Revenge of the Nerds.
And the wrestling.
Yep.
He's the quarterback. He was an Alpha Beta.
Yeah.
Man, you're weird.
Thank you. So are you.
Now we're on KFAN.com now, by the way.
So
you can watch us KFAN.com right now. Subscribe to watch on YouTube, KFAN.com/watch. There's Perry, just gave you the and there's Carly right beside him with the thumbs up. And
she's an actress.
Corey looks a little green. Corey, I don't know why you look green, but you look green.
I feel good.
I know you look green. Does he not look green? He looks green.
I feel really good.
Sauce, you look very, very tan.
Oh.
And I got a huge set of rocks on me.
Yeah, nice rocks.
Thanks, I appreciate you.
Beautiful.
Wow.
Yeah, good for you,
You like
Chris.
a man with rocks. I appreciate it. Thank you.
Tulsa, I think when this lighting, with this angle, I don't think you look anything like a manatee.
Thank you.
You don't look like a man at all.
Oh, well, I haven't stood up yet.
Yeah.
Now it's time for Headlines.
Headlines brought to you by my friends at Wolf River Electric and wolfriverelectric.com. If you want to go solar, there's only one way to go. That is my friends at Wolf River Electric. They're awesome.
I like their new slogan, Get Cool.
Yeah, get cool and get solar panels.
That's brilliant.
Yep.
I guess I can't be sure that that's their new slogan.
No. It's actually their solar, or don't forget, it's like, want to get turned on.
Yeah.
Then you go solar.
Yeah, they're brilliant billboards.
What do you think happened? I'm sorry to interrupt you, Corey, but I just saw this, and if I don't say it, I'm going to forget. What do you think happened if you haven't seen Twitter? 20 years ago this week. Big news locally.
2005.
I was fired?
Man, the good
2005. This week.
Love Boat.
Love Boat's a good guess.
Very close, but no.
Is it sports related?
It is, yeah.
Sports related.
Big, yeah. Big.
Kevin Garnett?
Nope.
Something 05. 05. May of 05.
Brett Favre.
It was 09.
It was 09, yep.
Give us the sport. Help us narrow it down.
It is football.
Football related.
Yep.
Randy Moss trade.
Darren Sharper.
Nope. Oh. No.
Gee.
Oh.
2005.
Yeah. 20 years ago this week. In 3, 2.
Is it a scandal?
1. It is not.
No.
It's a good thing.
Oh, it's a good thing.
Yeah.
It's maybe the best thing that's happened.
Oh, you know?
Yeah.
The Wilfs bought the
That's
team?
right. The Wilfs bought
correct.
the team 20 years ago this week.
nice.
How about that? Yeah.
Congratulations, Wilfs, and thank you very much.
Yeah, no,
they've
been a
best.
great ownership group.
100%.
Yes, they have.
What does it say about us? Hey, this happened 20 years ago. Love Boat, Wizinator, Darren Sharper. We just assume it's all the worst possible things.
Right?
Send his crank to
Well,
people.
nothing good happens here. We don't have a championship with all the men yet.
No, but we just named one that was good because the previous ownership group was terrible and the Wolves have been awesome.
The best.
And we didn't know
Very
that was
true.
going to be bad. We didn't know he was going to be that cheap.
And
But he
he's
turned out to be
terrible.
cheap, didn't he?
Love Boat is how you look at it, not necessarily.
Good point.
Yeah,
Because-
That's a good point.
You got to be careful with that one, though,
A
with the
lot of
bikes,
ladies
too.
made a lot of money that day.
Yep,
Yeah.
and
Okay.
Dante was just shooting dice. No big deal
That's what he
there.
calls it.
Bryant McKinney performed
Yeah.
an act of sorts. Now it depends on if
Yeah.
you think that act is egregious or
Of course.
obscene, or if you
Fred
think it's a
Smoot.
lovely act.
Fred Smoot was trying to make a Crocodile Dundee phone call with his double-sider thing.
That's right.
Double cider thing.
The one guy was real hungry.
Look, most people when they bring like kids on pontoons, they bring toys. So maybe Fred Smoot just thought, I'll be the guy who brings toys, and
Yeah.
we'll have some fun.
That day he was known as Fred Smooch.
Yeah.
Fred,
No word on what he was
Smoot,
smooching.
man.
Do you guys ever have him on?
I don't think so,
No, but I know. Never mind.
Yeah, thank you. Thank you.
man. What a time to be alive.
Good
The
stuff.
Love Boat.
Yeah. That was, I remember when that happened, and then about a year later, Maxim magazine came out with a full article because a couple people that were on it told the story, and they had not pictures, but they had recreated pictures of it. And I remember I had to make copies of the magazine because nobody would buy more than 3 copies for this station. So I had to go make copies of the magazine for people.
Sounds illegal.
Wasn't there a quote somebody was like, I thought we were in international waters or something? They were so far off the shoreline that
do
they
all
were
that in a hotel room.
International water.
The Lions have rescinded their reseeding of the playoff proposal from the NFL.
Oh, really?
Yeah, they didn't have enough support, according to Ian Rappaport.
All right.
Yeah.
It's not going to happen. I thought that was going to happen. I really thought that it had the guts behind it.
Hey, can I throw out a really, really, really radical idea?
Does it involve pooping while you're in bed?
No.
Yeah. His dad's dream.
Well, if that had happened last night, I would have had to be like, hey, can we just consider that normal moving forward?
Yeah.
Let me just throw that out there.
It's the coolest.
I thought you were into it.
You're not a man until you...
So, way back in the day, when travel mattered, right, and you traveled to the teams that were closest to you because, it was a different time, different... Now, air travel's a piece of cake. Who cares? These guys all flying, ridiculously nice jets and stuff. Why do we have an NFC and AFC? Can't we just get the 16 best teams and just have a tournament? Why are we only playing teams in the AFC in the Super Bowl? Can you imagine if the top 16 teams made it and the Vikings and Packers played in a Super Bowl, not an NFC title game, a Super Bowl?
That'd be great.
Who cares about NFC and AFC?
Yeah.
Who cares?
That's a very good point, Corliss.
The Final Four, it doesn't matter what conference those teams come out of. It's the best 68 teams, and then the best 4 square off at the end, regardless of conference. Paul, your hand's up.
With 5 guesses, can Parrish and Hockey name the team that won the men's basketball championship?
This year?
This year.
Oh, man. Do you think they can or not? Within 5?
No.
I will bet a Caniac that they can if you want.
Okay. One wrong guess and it's over with.
Right, so they get to work together and it's a final answer.
Once they get to
5.
You said we had 5.
5 guesses.
I said that wrong. I said that wrong.
Guess.
Once
5
you get
guesses.
5, it's over.
Yeah, 5 guesses. Caniac on the line. Who won the men's Final Four this year?
Hey, Sweet Perry?
Yeah.
Wasn't it Florida? No? I think they were the number 1 seed, weren't they?
That kind of sounds right. And let me preface that by saying I don't have a clue.
I know that I had all the number 1 seeds.
But Florida, I think,
I'm going Florida.
Yeah, and I'm going with Hawk for the first guess.
Wow.
Give me that chicken! Wow. Oh, I always win chicken bets.
Yeah.
I lose every other bet on this show.
Yeah,
but when we bet Caniacs, I win. I print money. Now, again, my wife will tell you I get free canes for life, which is false.
Yeah.
But I essentially do get free canes from Sauce.
Yeah.
Put it on the board. Yes. What is that, 7 or 8 or 9 you owe me now?
I might even be 10.
Man.
Sorry. Speaking of bets, do I owe anybody for the golf one?
Nope.
No, it got wiped away.
I thought so. I know. I just wanted to make sure there wasn't something else
How
that I
about
owed
that,
for.
by the way?
Scheffler
Rory.
saved
Thank
us all.
goodness.
Yeah, Rory was
just
terrible.
crapped the bed.
Yeah.
I finally get the number
I
1
almost
overall
did
pick.
too.
Yeah.
You sure did.
Almost.
Rory's
You and Rory.
Rory, too, though, it was a weird week for
Rory,
him because
too.
his driver got taken because they
no, is he okay?
Well, they said that it was an
Was he
illegal
speeding?
drive. No, his golf driver. And then, right as he was about to tee off on Saturday morning, there was lightning in the area, and they had a 2.5 hour delay. So he'll be back. He probably has the second best odds to win the U.S. Open. Well, you didn't have to pay any money.
One time, and he lost.
You didn't pay any money,
You're right.
and now you're back.
I'm looking forward to having a chance at that first pick.
Yeah, it's
The
me,
Open.
you, and who
You
cares?
win?
Yeah, me, you, and.
Bless you.
And also with you.
A 35-year-old woman in California named Christina is facing
know her.
3 felony counts
Yep. That's
after
all right.
she falsely imprisoned, threatened, and then eventually attacked her elderly mother with a fork.
Yeah, that's right.
Shit.
That happens, man.
Stabbed her mom
Why?
Well, she's
with
the
a
devil.
fork. She
It's one way to find out, yeah.
She spat at her. I don't like. I would have said spit, but they said spat. But that's probably the right way to say it. She spat at her, shoved her into a sofa, brandished the fork.
Brandish.
And then tried to stab her.
That
Her
makes it
mother
sound so dramatic. Brandish.
Her mother was able to hold her off mostly, was not harmed. It's possible that drugs were involved.
And then they kissed.
What?
Whoa.
What? Wait,
They
hold
did,
on.
yeah.
That took a turn
He's
I
watched
wasn't
videos
expecting.
that start like that.
Are we not talking about a movie?
No.
Oh, sorry, guys.
The old fork attack.
According to a recent survey, what percentage of people say that it is totally acceptable to use a coupon on a first date?
No.
0.
100%.
Zero.
Why not? What's-
0%.
If
Yeah.
your plan is to not smooch, yes.
0%.
What are you talking about?
Zero.
I want my
How
ladies to
about
know
this?
that I'm
Negative
Zero.
50.
Wait. I have a question.
Zero.
Is this person thinking this is it, or is there another date? Like, you're hoping for another date?
What's a first date? I don't know.
you're going for 2?
No, 0. You pay
Yeah,
for it.
Then, if you want another
listen,
date,
Richie
then
Rich.
0.
No.
Negative 50%.
Thank you.
If you're
Zero.
not feeling the vibe and you're like, yeah, this ain't going nowhere,
It's
go
a
ahead.
great way to get rid of someone.
Go ahead.
Listen, I need this lady to know right away that I ain't got no cash.
Think about that. It'd be a good move to just be like,
You have
Well,
cash?
here's Chris's point. Before I tell you the other answer, 61% of people said that frugality, another word I don't use ever,
reality.
That's right.
is an
I'll be
attractive
frugal.
trait.
Thank you.
28% went as far as saying that's actually a sexy
Yeah,
trait to be
baby.
frugal.
Yeah, maybe like 5 years down the
Sure,
road
of
when you're
course.
trying
I
to
get
save
that.
for a
But
house.
or just maybe
No.
5 dates down the road to show that you're
You guys are
you're
crazy.
smart.
I
But
would-
like first date, no.
So the
No.
answer is 56% say it's acceptable to use a coupon on the first
They're
date.
wrong.
they're wrong.
Well,
I
you
would
guys
rather
are
go
crazy.
to a place that's more affordable and not like take me to McDonald's and don't use a coupon than go to Manny's and use a coupon.
Here's the
yeah.
thing.
Like,
yeah.
Let me tell you it this way. What
Or
if,
just have
what
Parrish
if
pay for
I
it.
carry
Yeah.
my coupons
Yeah.
wrapped
Make it a
around my
t-shirt.
thong underwear?
Yeah. Yeah.
That make it sexy?
You would be the
Creepy.
one. I mean, you could. It's 2025. Most coupons are on your phone, but Hawk has them in his undies cut up from the paper.
Well, I guess maybe that's the trick. Is if it's a digital coupon, if you're scanning an app, I don't know what. I mean, you're probably not going to a real fancy restaurant. That's like a fast food joint. But if you just scan the app and you're saving money, does that count as
yeah.
using a coupon?
Listen,
I guess
thank
maybe.
you, Zach. Zach agrees with me. Man, listen, here's the thing.
Zach's alive.
Listen, you don't want me to use my coupon, you better get out your purse.
I think he spelled it wrong.
How many think that's sexy?
That's right.
it's so unsexy.
Yes. Yes.
It's so unsexy.
You guys are dating the wrong ladies.
How about this for a headline? I don't have any statistics or numbers. I just have this main headline, which is the whole point of this bit anyway. More and more Americans say they are okay going into debt specifically to buy expensive concert tickets.
That's a weird thing.
Or dinners.
That's a really
Yeah.
Or dinner dates.
Right. Well played, Carly.
That's odd that for that one.
Yeah, no.
Like
No.
that specifically?
That pretty much sums up why this country is in financial
Yeah.
debt
You
is
are
because
correct. No.
you shouldn't buy expensive
That
concert
should be the
tickets if you can't afford
first
it.
thing
Don't
that
tell me what
goes
to
if you
do.
can't afford it. That
Yeah,
should be
don't
the
tell
first.
hogs what to do.
How many times am I going to get to see Baby Love open for Jessup and the twins?
Yeah, well, you never got your money back
Good
from
old
Rod
Jessup.
Stewart.
And buy a T-shirt for $200.
Look at the T-shirt he has on.
That's right.
He says he doesn't remember how much it costs, but who cares? It's his cash.
That's right. It's my
great
Papa
one.
shirt.
Yeah, it's a good one.
The sun also rises.
Yeah, I'm right.
It's very true.
This is one of those stats. I'm almost positive we've talked about this in the past. So it tests all of our memory. And Sauce, I will fully admit, I would have not even been close. So don't feel bad if your guess is terrible because I'm going to make you go first. Thank you.
Almost pooping your pants.
Almost. Maybe it changed me.
Yeah.
Feels weird.
Those lips are still very judgy.
Yeah, and very
Judgmental.
fishy.
You wish.
What? Why would I wish you have
Because
fishy
you love
lips?
fish. You're a
Because
seafood
you wanna
guy.
make
Fishy
out.
lips.
I do? What? What's happening?
You don't want to make out at all?
With you? If I had
Just
to
to
save
get
your life,
curious?
sure. No.
You would make out with me to save my life?
Sure.
That's
The
so
only guy
nice
I
of
know
you.
that
Yeah.
loves the smell of trout.
Well, and your grandpa.
So here's the old stat.
Okay?
What?
I'm
And
writing it
I
down.
know we've talked about this in the past, but we forgot about it. I promise
Give it
you.
to me, baby.
All mammals essentially have the
nipples,
same
Greg.
number of heartbeats in their lifetime. So if a mammal like a dog only lives 14-ish years, then their heart beats faster. If it's like a whale, then it beats slower. So, but essentially all mammals have about the same number of heartbeats in their lifetime.
Well,
How many?
if that's the truth, Sauce is going to live forever.
No.
Yikes.
What? Because I'm a whale?
Approximately.
About like the athletes that have their heart rate that gets up, a lot, and he just doesn't get very high very often, is my point.
I have no idea.
Exactly. It's an impossible number to guess. But just take a shot.
$1 billion.
Nailed it.
$1 billion?
1 billion is the right answer.
I was going to say 50,000.
I was going to say 10 million.
It was a ton.
Billion.
Well, think about it. Like 250 beats a minute. Like where 200 beats a minute, not 250. That's dangerous.
Yeah, your heart would explode.
That's dangerous. But no, like when you're it's around 200. They 180, 200 a minute. And you're doing that.
Many.
How often are you doing that as athletes are doing that? So, and a lot of athletes do live until they're older.
What are you doing?
So it's got to be a lot of minutes.
You are so cute.
Today is National Talk Like Yoda Day.
Gas.
And here to give an example of what Yoda talks like is the fans' meat sauce, Paul Lambert.
No, cheese bread I like.
That's pretty good.
Thank you.
At 900 years old, you reach look as good you will not.
I know Zach's in Florida. But who's posting the podcast today?
Me. I'm not posting it.
Cheese bread I like is the title of the third hour podcast. Cheese bread, comma.
You know what?
I like.
That'd be a pretty good T-shirt.
How old is Yoda? Like 1,000?
Yeah, something like that.
Never learned to speak correctly?
No.
When 900 years old you reach look as good you will not.
Come on,
He's
Yoda.
What is his famous line? Doesn't he have a famous one?
Let's get it on, baby.
Let's get it on.
Get it on, we must.
That never happened to me much lately.
Your Yoda's not bad. Will you do Yoda talking to Sling Blade?
I forgot. What do you got in there? Good day.
No, it's falling apart.
Too much calories you eat.
It's slowly getting worse. Carly, there is a debate on social media among women. They're debating the proper way to put on a bra. Is there a right way to do it?
Yeah, you pick it up off my floor.
How about this? How about this, Corey? Is there a wrong way to do it?
I guess I didn't know there was a wrong way, but I guess women are debating that there is a proper way to do it.
Many different kinds of bras, too. So,
describe them.
Are they talking about the
I don't know.
like a sports bra or the bra that
Not sure.
collapses?
Not sure.
Clasps in the back? I know how I put mine on. That's all I know.
One leg at a time?
Yeah,
Wow.
one leg at a time.
Like the rest of us.
Makes
Yeah.
perfect sense.
Just like everybody else.
Yeah.
No, I have no idea. I didn't realize there was a wrong way.
Didn't either. George Wendt died yesterday at the age of 76. He, of course, was famously Norm Peterson from the show Cheers. No word on the cause of death, but his family said he, quote, died peacefully in his sleep while at his home. He played Norm for 11 seasons on Cheers from 1982 to 1993. He said, quote, whenever I go out, people are always sending over a beer or a round for me and my friends.
That's nice.
Yeah.
Nominated for 6 Emmys. And, of course, he also was famous for the Superfan sketch on SNL, the Da Bears, that whole bit.
Da Bears.
So
that was a monster.
Man, what a
R.I.P.
iconic TV character.
Oh, one of the best.
The Bears.
Yeah.
Afternoon, everybody.
Here I am.
How you doing, Norm? What do you know? Not enough. Afternoon, everybody.
You know?
Better give me a tall one in case I like it. Afternoon, everybody. Hey!
How's life treating you, Norm?
I just ran over its dog.
Brilliant. So good.
He was Jason Sudeikis' uncle.
Yeah.
Get out of here.
Yeah.
It's a small world.
Yeah,
Wow.
sure was.
Yeah, George and Jason's mother were brother and sister.
Yeah.
Yeah, humor runs in the family.
Interesting.
No clue.
That's a great show.
Pretty talented kids there.
Yep. Cheers was definitely a show from my childhood that I could put up with and laugh at.
Oh, yeah.
Unlike MASH.
Trash.
See, that was
TV.
Come on.
well, and not that it was unwatchable, I guess, to me, but like that was when it was time for bed. You could watch Cheers after the news, but then once MASH came out, I was like, all right, it was night because I was falling asleep by the end of it anyway.
Yeah, man. I'm just resting my eyes. Go to bed. You're asleep on the floor. No, I'm just resting my eyes.
Yeah.
I'm still
Go to bed,
watching.
you brat.
Oh, who are you talking to?
I'm just reliving my youth.
Tonight is the 48th season finale of Survivor.
Russell was there, too.
48 seasons.
Russell. That's Keanu Reeves.
Yeah, same initials.
Kurt Russell was there.
I don't know why. I don't know why I said it like that. I know it's Keanu Reeves.
He could have played Johnny Utah.
could have.
Kurt Russell can act.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
I love Kurt Russell.
He's an American treasure.
Such a cutie.
Is he still with us?
Sure.
He nails the Herb Brooks.
Oh, yeah.
He really
Yeah,
does.
isn't he?
really
Isn't
good.
it Goldie Hawn's partner?
That's correct.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes.
What's her face's daddy, right? Or no,
Well,
Kate
not
Hudson's
stepdad.
stepdad.
Or like,
Yeah.
But they've never been married.
That's
No.
right. I guess you're right. That's right. Yeah. He seems like a good dude.
Yeah, he
Yeah.
does.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep,
Goldie
yep.
Hawn has a lot of nice things to say about him, which that makes sense.
Mayor Goldie Hawn. Here's Goldie
man.
Hawn.
Take a nap many times as I can.
Man, she sounds terrible.
She's getting older. She's getting up there, but she's still
How
looks
old do you
great.
think Goldie Hawn is?
69.
I'm going to go
That's for
78.
you, Zacho.
75.
She's 79.
Damn.
79.
Corey?
Sex.
Yes.
Woodhawk?
Yes.
Oh, yes.
Oh, my God. Are you kidding me? Yes.
He would.
Yeah.
But I'd ask Kurt if he
He'd
wanted
be
to be involved.
high stepping
Yeah, of
to
course.
get there.
Mr. Russell? Excuse me while I high step on by here.
Yeah. Why are you high stepping?
I don't know.
He's so excited.
Now I want to watch Overboard.
I'm never going to financially recover from this.
What a classic movie.
So good, man.
Isn't the
It's still
remake just
so
awful?
wrong.
Oh, I'm not watching that.
Hawk, didn't you see it? The remake?
It's
They
great.
swapped the genders. They flipped the roles. I ain't doing that.
No.
No, I don't like that.
Original. So
Original only.
Yeah, there was no swapping in the first one.
No.
Your mic's on.
little bit.
And of course, if you really think about it, it's an unbelievably
it's
evil
terrible.
and dangerous and terrible
horrible.
film because he
Horrible.
basically brainwashes her because
He
she has
kidnaps
amnesia,
her.
kidnaps her, and then
Kidnaps her.
Now you're my mom.
Terrible.
and then essentially assaults her,
Yeah.
kind of against her will.
Yeah.
Kind
there's,
of.
There's a lot of laws that were broken.
Wait, Pee-wee has something to say.
You're my mom now. Come on over and clean the bathrooms,
Yep, that's the kid doing the
kid.
Pee-wee.
That's right.
I love how
creepiest
awful the
Pee-wee.
kids are to her.
Pee-wee
It's
sounds
so
sick
good.
as hell.
Well,
Yeah, well, that
He's dead
Pee-wee
now.
documentary comes
never
out
mind.
soon.
yeah, it does. You're right. Mm-hmm. Hey, you know, the latest series on NASCAR on Netflix is really, really good. And if you haven't seen the Osama bin Laden thing that just came out,
I watched
man,
it.
that's something, isn't it?
Yeah.
So, man, that's something else. Oof.
Oh, by the way, speaking of kidnapping, how about
plans later?
We're ending on a high note here, aren't we?
How about this headline? A man in Utah is facing multiple assault and kidnapping charges after he held his girlfriend and her family hostage for about 6 months. Under
6 months?
Yeah, under the false pretense that members of the cartel were after them.
Kill him.
Wait, what?
Yep.
6 months?
So many questions.
So many questions.
So many.
They bought it.
They were idiots.
They bought it,
deserve
yeah,
it. I'm
but-
just kidding.
Holy my, you
Jeez.
guys.
I don't know about that, Carly.
Off the top rope.
Aggressive, Carly. Very aggressive.
kid.
Hey, man, if you want to feel old, how about this as we end?
No.
Today, 45 years ago, The Empire Strikes Back came out.
Oh.
1980. Jeez.
Thanks, everybody.
Night.
We're back tomorrow, 5:30 to 9. PA live from the owners' meetings right after this, 9 to noon on the Fin.
Everybody have a wonderful day.
You too, I love you, you rapscallion.
This podcast is sponsored by Talkspace. May is Mental Health Awareness Month, and Talkspace, the leading virtual therapy provider, is telling everyone, let's face it in therapy. By talking or texting with a supportive, licensed therapist at Talkspace, you can face whatever is holding you back, whether it's mental health symptoms, relationship drama, past trauma, bad habits, or another challenge that you need support to work through. It's easy to sign up. Just go to Talkspace.com and you'll be paired with a provider, typically within 48 hours. And because you'll meet your therapist online, you don't have to take time off work or arrange childcare. You'll meet on your schedule. Plus, Talkspace is in-network with most major insurers, and most insured members have a $0 copay. Make your mental health a priority and start today. If you're not covered by insurance, get $80 off your first month with Talkspace when you go to Talkspace.com and enter promo code SPACE80. That's SPACE80. To match with a licensed therapist today, go to Talkspace.com and enter promo code SPACE80.